would like to show you life in Endé, the daily life of the village and the Dogon people who have become my friends. In Endé there are no roads, no electricity, no running water. But the natural joyfulness and the social life of the Dogon are amazing. The women are remarkable. They work very hard and get on very well together. They fetch water from the well, take care of the household, pound the millet, collect wood and prepare the tow, the traditional meal of the Dogon. They also have some income-generating activities. They sell peanuts, grow vegetables, keep sheep and chickens and make use of every quiet moment to spin cotton. In Endé, several men make furniture. The craftsmanship is transmitted from father to son. Domo is a master at it. In recent years, a new activity has been developed: gardening. With financial support, several gardens have been created outside the village. For each garden, a well has to be dug to water the plants and a fence put around the plot to keep the animals out. The villagers grow vegetables for their own consumption and also to sell at the market. Children joyfully participate in the selling of fritters, fruits and dried onions. They are naturally involved in many of the adults' activities, but it does not stop them from going to school. With the help of some NGOs, 2 schools have been built. A public school, which you see here, and a Quranic school. At the beginning of every school year, the Malika Nou Foundation provides the necessary school supplies for the children to enable them to go to school. The small ones can go to the kindergarten. Amadou is my guide and friend. He manages the camp where I stay and translates when necessary.
Je remercie l'ensemble de tous les partenaires qui nous ont aidés, qui les ont accompagnés et qui nous ont soutenus.
Let's have a closer look at the activities of the people of Endé. An important activity in Endé is the production of the traditional cloth called bogolan. The word bogolan means colored with earth. The women buy cotton at the market in Bancas. It comes from the Sikasso area. In the land of the Dogon, there's not enough rain to grow cotton. The women begin by extracting the seeds from the cotton. Then the cotton is carded and spun. The women give the thread to the weaver, who then weaves long bands of 15 centimeters wide. The weaver Amakeni is getting older, and young people look for better paid work. With the Wogoland project, I would like to ensure that this work is better paid so that the know-how and tradition are not lost.
Ça c'est notre tissu blanc, tout blanc là. Pour faire le bogolan, on utilise ça pour faire le bogolan. Après avoir fait des mesures, on va donner aux gens qui vont coudre avec la main.
Gary Boo's work is to sew the bands together with the same solid thread, and he does it with a lot of conviction.
Voilà, c'est pour le coulis avec les aigus là.
Tailors make tunics, boubous, caps and hats. Eniba is making a Dogon cap.
Voilà. Voilà. C'est le bonnet comme ça.
Eniba has come to see his colleague Sagu, who works in front of his house. He makes tunics and boubous.
Nanga fiye nganu nyogombere nitende pesra file nitenfe kananye jijigi kanu mase nindimima gikato
Ça c'est la petite chemise, ça c'est le grand boubou. Donc voilà, c'est lui qui a cousu. C'est un tailleur qui fait de bons coutures.
Amajugo specializes in dyeing the cloth, and he explains the procedure with much enthusiasm.
Je vais les mettre dans l'eau. Voilà. On fait comme ça pour que l'eau arrive partout dans ton corps, quoi. Vous voyez? Voilà, quand tu fais comme ça, partout l'eau va arriver, quoi. Ouais. Voilà. Voilà, donc je vais vous ramasser comment je faisais les bogolan là, les matériels ou les produits que j'utilise pour mon bogolan. Je vais vous montrer ça tout de suite. Donc voilà, dans mon grenier, j'avais les feuilles d'acacia. Donc les feuilles d'acacia, avec ça, et les mimosas, les fruits du mimosa. Avec ça, les potasses. Donc avec ces trois fruits-là qu'on faisait notre bogolan.
The black bands on the yellow cloth are made with clay. Sagu tells his son how to do it, but he seems to have his own idea.
3 heures du temps comme ça et ça serait bien cuit. Comme ça, quand tu fais la couleur là, ça va bien donner quoi.
To make red dye, Amajugo uses the bark of the résinier, which he cooks in a pot for 3 hours. Domo makes chairs, benches and beds. Here he is making beds with the stems of palm leaves. Like all other craftsmen, he works outside. The house, hardly more than a room, is only for sleeping. Children often come to watch him, and adults come to chat or drink tea. Often in the evening, Domo comes to play the Dogon guitar at the camp. It's a 2-string guitar played with 2 fingers. He used to play in the evenings to teach traditional dances to the young people. To fix the sleds together, the furniture makers use straps of cowhide. They dip the pieces in water and cut it into thin strips. Domo got married late. When people tease him saying that his wife is so young, he answers that he simply took the time to choose well. Alors, c'est fini?
C'est fini.
Do you see the cliff? Behind the trees on the right, there's a path leading up to the top. It would be nice to go and have a look. We pass between the rocks to go up. This striking rock is called the Finger of Endé. From the plateau you have a good view of the plain with the sand dunes. You see the tracks and the bed of the river, dry at the moment but a real torrent during the rainy season. During our walk on the plateau we met 3 boys who have been collecting hay. Let's follow them to see how they get the bales down the cliff.
dirikan angoleme kani sigi kibolo flada isenkan kocheo babanyana bora doki yaraye kani sigi kibolo flada isenkan cheke indomina ibake chogodi musoyadam sege kabolo de
Others are returning with the hay bales on their heads. Here they arrive at the blacksmith quarter. Ansema is a master smith and sculptor. Ansema is making some wooden forks and spoons, while Fusini is preparing tea.
C'est hier qu'elle a travaillé l'argile, la terre là. Masih bin kun megi, mun megi, koloman megi yabiji. Voilà, c'est ici même qu'elle travaille la terre là.
Maimouna is 14 years old. She makes pottery and she lives with her sister Kumba. Her grandmother is teaching her how to make pots. The clay comes from different places depending on the object to be made. Inabinta is the best in the village at making these big bowls. Maimouna no longer goes to school. She had epileptic fits and injured her hip falling from a tree. Maimuna makes piggy banks that her sister will sell at the market. Gradually, she will learn to make pots, bowls and plates. The girls know all the traditional songs. Next to Maimuna is Hawa. She's 24 years old and she has her baby on her back. We will visit her parents to see how pottery is baked and to discover the work of the blacksmith. Here we are with the Saiba family. Bukari makes traditional rifles. All parts are handmade. His wife Ramata makes pottery. Ramata shows us how the pottery is baked outside, not in an oven as we do. Bukari burns the hole in the barrel of the gun. Chance plays a role in baking. Sometimes things break. Fuseni, who made tea, also sculpts. Here he is making a man and a woman. With traditional tools, the Dogon are so skillful. Ansema is making statues of Nomo, the water spirit. Practice makes perfect. Ansema learned from his father Arfa, here in the old smithy. I love how one can see the old crafts still alive and close to the people, while in our countries things are made in factories far away from everyday life.
Pogotigene, ki wili kadonke. Kamele ningi ki wili kadonke. Musokoroba, i wili kadonke. Chekoroba yo, i wili kadonke. Demi sambeka wili kadonke.
Thanks for being who you are, dear inhabitants of the Dogon country. And you too, dear spectators.